Oh, what is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations. When we left off, we have recreated the haunted house, but unfortunately, we've been pretty dumb, so we didn't know we've been messing things up. I have been dumb. I'm sorry, and so we're messing things up. So I looked up how to do things.
I was gonna say, please tell me you did research.
Don't worry, I did it. There's no way we would have ever guessed it because we're not intelligent enough to figure it out. Because we would have never noticed something like this. But I now know what is wrong with our blue badger friend here. If we deduce this, you can see the blue badger on the left, aka the big part of the screen here.
Yeah.
And so let me go ahead and, just in case I need to be in a certain area, even though he's all one thing, we'll see. If you realize anything, if I look up the let me take a look at the Badger Bible here.
It's the wrong
he disappears
way.
off. It is the wrong way. Yes, it is. And that is what it is.
The belt is the wrong way.
Hold on a second here. There's something wrong with this blue badger.
Huh? Like what?
The way the belt is on him is opposite of how it should be. Did you make a mistake?
That can't be. I inputted the image data exactly as it is in the pamphlet.
So then why is the blue badger dressed up in reverse? Indeed.
Someone reversed the image in Photoshop.
Or, if only this place is filled with things that are full of reverses. So I feel like I feel like I attach these two. I think that's what we do.
It's like a weird mirror version of a blue badger.
Right. Yes, hopefully I attached these two already. We'll find out. Otherwise, we have one bar left.
Hey!
Ooh, we still got two chances. All right. Katie, remember what you said earlier?
What I said earlier about what?
About how this building might as well have been a house of mirrors.
A house of mirrors. Oh, that would explain the reversed or mirror image.
Yes, this blue badger might be nothing more than a reflected image of the real one.
Then was the blue badger you saw just a reflection?
When I looked down this hall, I thought it was perfectly straight. However, if
just
there was
like
a mirror...
me. No, but then things changed.
But then he showed up.
I'm sorry.
However,
I couldn't help it.
If there was a mirror...
It was so perfect.
You dingus.
Oh, then it would actually form an L shape, right?
Precisely. I was deceived. The hallway was almost pitch black. And there was a beam in the way that obstructed my view in the other hallway.
Wait, but why build this place like that? Sounds pretty pointless to me.
Okay, this house is just another attraction in an amusement park. They created a mirror wall for a very specific purpose.
Mirror wall! No!
One I can point out to you.
No!
To destroy
flashbacks.
all of your monsters
No.
on your side of the field when you attack.
No!
Mirror wall!
I'm
This
a nerd.
is the reason they built a mirror wall.
Trap card.
Why did they build a mirror wall?
Oh, can you do the article?
Which article? The pamphlet?
Yeah. The disappearing badger.
True.
They made it for a trick.
Please! Okay, thank God. As it's written in the pamphlet, the main draw of this attraction is the mystery of the disappearing badger.
You mean they built the mirror for that trick alone? You said you saw the badger, so it was definitely still there.
That was true at the time, however. Doing this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash. Move the mirror wall, dim the lamps. It's one of the two. Not move the blue badger, but move the mirror wall. To remove a reflected image, simply move the mirror.
Oh, true, yeah. Just whoop, and it's gone.
Yeah. First, the mirror was constructed so that it could be moved. Then, beyond where the mirror was, be an empty hallway. Be an empty hallway!
Be an empty hallway right
Then,
now!
beyond where the mirror was, an empty hallway had to be created.
Oh, you saw the beyond, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, so when they wanted people to see the blue badger, they would open the mirror.
And when they wanted to hide it, they simply had to close it again.
Huh.
This explains why the other side of these fragments have a design on them.
Ah, And if that pattern is the same as the other walls in this hallway...
Then when the mirror is closed, it would blend in with the rest of the walls. It's not quite how mirrors work, but okay, they're usually, you know, in a... Unless they're just saying that the whole wall is a mirror. I was thinking of like the mirrors that are hung
they
up,
did
but
say mirror wall.
I'll stop while I'm behind then. This is the mirror trick that this haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprit.
Huh? How so?
Think about it, Kay. There was a place that was outside of my field of vision. Culprit kept out of sight by hiding here. Well, I mean, if the blue badger was the one that's saying that, the culprit would be hiding in the dark part, right?
Yes.
Yeah. There was a very large blind spot, one I could not see beyond, and it was here.
Beyond.
If my ceiling had hidden the other side of the movable mirror...
Hey, Blink. Oh, it's gone.
then you wouldn't be able to see him.
Then you wouldn't be able to see him. Don't take my lines.
You already took my lines,
Only
so
I'm allowed to steal. He didn't even need to do anything to the blue badger doll.
Exactly. All I had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror.
Wait. Hold on. I just thought of something.
Yes?
Well, shouldn't the mirror wall be broken right now in reality?
Since we have a few shards of it, we can probably assume it is. Yes, most definitely is broken. The question is, when was it broken? Since we found these inside the victim's costume, that'd mean that the victim was there when the mirror was broken. Wait, that sound.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Ow, that hurt my head. I'm dizzy already. Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
That sound I heard was most definitely the sound of a mirror breaking. Okay, I'd like you to input some new information.
Gumshoe must have looked in one of them.
Oh, Jesus. Poor pal.
Don't scare me like that.
Sorry, but I need you to recreate something for me.
It was just a joke. It was like, well, you know, it was like one of those roast me jokes. It wasn't meant to be malicious.
Still, the poor boy, he's already lost so much. Don't take his dignity,
He's an easy target.
Unfortunately.
Sure, whatever you need. So what do you need anyway?
If you could first recreate this hallway just before I enter the dining room.
You got it. Whoa.
Now this, I believe this is how it was right before I entered the dining room. Although at the time, I thought it was but a single straight hallway. And then I went inside. It was around then that I heard the sound of a mirror shattering.
You heard what? Then...
Yes, I believe it was then that the mirror was broken.
Okay, so when you stepped outside into the hallway again...
The mirror wall should no longer exist. Okay, please recreate that.
Got it. Beep, 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 beep.
Be your own chaos symbol.
It does kind of look like one. Wait, but with the mirror gone, the culprit lost his hiding spot. So where did he go in his proto-badger suit, Mr. Edgeworth?
That's easy enough. With the mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway.
Oh god. I think this about wraps it up. Looks like we finally solved everything.
No, not yet. An even larger contradiction has now reared its head.
Huh?
Perhaps he did not notice. But this recreation contains a very troubling inconsistency. You can see what I saw. God dang it. The inconsistency between what I saw in the recreation lies...
Phoenix's baby.
God dang it.
Sorry.
I think the inconsistency is the fact that there was a supposed blue badger down here.
I think I just am in withdrawal of our defense attorney gang.
I know, right?
It's so weird.
Yeah, I'll go with this because we should have seen a blue badger over here, but
yeah.
we shouldn't have seen anything over there because the blue badger's in the other hallway. So, okay, take a good look at the end of the hall.
Oh, there's no blue badger there.
Exactly, the blue badger that I saw in reality is not here. This is the final point on this long chain of logic. The last remaining contradiction.
Oh boy, music's kicking up.
Because it was a dead body instead of the doll.
So let me get this straight. When you came out of the dining room, you saw a badger, right?
And that is precisely where the final contradiction lies. Something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Who or what do you suppose it was? I believe this is the real identity of our mystery badger.
Dead homeboy.
The victim's costume. The badger I saw was, in actuality, the dead victim's body. What?
That
Defensive
pose.
dragon stance. Agent Lang, the entirety of my complete logic and is my final decisive piece of evidence. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drop-off. And you can consider the moment I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of death for Mr. Deacon. No! Maybe it was due to their fighting, or perhaps it was the life-shattering bullet. But no matter what the cause was, the hallway mirror wall was broken.
Ugh.
You're in the house at the time, right? Are you telling me that you missed the sound of a gunshot? There were a variety of sound effects playing at the time. All for theatrics, I assume.
True.
The gunshot must have blended right in. Darn!
Which is convenient.
Aya!
Aya!
Now then, I'd like you to recall something from me. Who was it that was with the victim at the haunted house? Who was the one who had the opportunity to rob the victim of his gun and use it on him?
No!
It was you, Lance Amano.
Jesus! Is he crying?
I think so.
Oh
goodness.
God.
I'm sorry. I mean, sorry ain't gonna cut it in a court of law, buddy.
No.
I feel so
He's crying because he got caught, not because he's sorry.
It's not like I had a choice. Oliver turned on me all of a sudden. He snapped and turned violent right after I hung up with you. He shoved me to the ground. He shoved me to the ground and straddled me, and I kind of liked it, but it wasn't the right civilized situation for that. I fought back as hard as I could, grabbed his gun, and I shot him. The bullet must have went through his body and shattered the mirror. If I hadn't taken his gun and shot him first, I would have been the one you found. He's a hardened criminal. He escaped from jail. See, that's justified self-defense.
Oh, that's Ernest.
See, that's justified self-defense. My boy was only trying to protect himself.
That remains to be seen and will have to be resolved in court.
Yep.
Agent Lang, I leave the rest to you. As if you were the one in charge around here. Guys, arrest these two and get them out of my sight.
But wait, I had nothing to do with the murder.
You were abetting a criminal.
The only person you should be arresting is Lance.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you fainted.
Sorry, but you're not slipping away that easily, Mr. Ernest Amano. You tampered with the evidence so you could
That
cover
too.
for your son. What a great dad you are willing to risk it all. Truly touching.
I love the sarcasm.
By the way, do you know why I'm really here?
And how could I possibly know the answer to such an asinine question?
You wound me. I came all this way from across the sea just to see you, you know.
What?
You came to see me?
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
I have a few things to ask you, Mr. Amano, about the case from 10 years ago. The case from 10 years ago?
It's a long time.
Oh, what's the name that you use here for that case? Gina!
It's known as the KG8 incident.
Well,
The KG8 incident. Thus you remember it. Good, then you'll recall that the trigger in that case was the Amano Group scandal. Specifically, the charge of an internal smuggling ring. Smuggling. There's that word again.
Oh yeah.
At the time, the person that was arrested as the ringleader was Mr. Amano's very own secretary, Mr. Colin Deveray.
Father.
Even though you pushed the crime onto your secret then secretary, Mr. Deveray, I always suspected that you were involved with the smuggling ring, Mr. Amano. Mr. Deveray was arrested in place of you, which is why when he broke out, you hid him from the police, right? You hid him in exchange for his silence on your little dirty secret.
Dang.
now, no.
Oh, 5 times that time.
Please, calm down. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Money in my hand, twiddling around.
Pretend to be ignorant all you want. We're taking you down to the precinct anyway for a nice long chat.
Oh, he's sweating. He's sweating so much.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
What?
What? Why'd they leave?
Why'd they salute?
What the? Who the heck was that?
Oh.
Oh well,
It's you.
It's you. I never want to do your voice again. God,
You made him like a really hyper Naruto baby.
I'll never take it to the precinct if you don't mind. And who the heck are you? I'm Jacques Sportsman, and I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case.
Oh, Zach, thank goodness you're here.
Don't jerk me around. This is an Interpol case, so keep your paws off of my suspect. Sorry, but I simply can't comply. I've got the backing of the prosecutor's office. See, in this country, we prosecutors work with the police to bring cases to court. So if you could please cooperate with me, that'd be great. Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? I will fucking eat you.
He looks like he wants to murder him right now.
Get your hand out of my face.
He wants to strangle him with that metal of his.
Or I will snap it into 15 pieces.
Well, I should get back convinced.
So I'm gonna hate prosecutors, the whole lot of you.
We know.
Guys, arrest the 2 suspects.
Sure.
I almost forgot. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, is it? I'd like to thank you. Thank me? Yeah, for working so hard to fulfill my goal.
Hey, is that any way to thank someone? And what the heck is that supposed to mean?
You were so relentless with Lance that you forced Ernest to tamper with the evidence. Thanks to that, I finally had a legitimate reason to arrest him. So, how does it feel to bite the hand that feeds you? The hand that feeds me? I'm not sure I follow. It's no use pretending with me. You're the one, right? You're the corrupt prosecutor that's working for Mr. Romano in the smuggling ring, right? No, I would never do such a thing. The heck? Our intel's never wrong. In your prosecutor's office, there's definitely someone working with the ring. So Agent Lang suspected my relation to Mr. Romano. That must be the real reason behind his antagonistic attitude.
Oh.
On top of that, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right?
Oh.
There were non-stop rumors flying around about forged evidence with that guy. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors, too, are you? The courtroom is a place where the truth is revealed. Well, don't worry, it's not only you. The whole lot of you can't be trusted. A prosecutor never lost in 40 years. Every defendant must be found guilty. Fueled by those ideas, is it any wonder the courts produce none but falsities and lies? It would seem that his disdain extends beyond just me. Prosecutors, the courts. Why is this man so angry with us all? Rest assured the next time we meet, I won't be so forgiving.
Whoa.
So, don't you forget it.
I too will make pose.
Please wait.
Oh.
Agent Sheena. Why does Agent Lang hate all prosecutors so?
Lang is the head of the long-honored House of Lang in Zhengfa. The heads of all police-related divisions in that country were of Lang blood.
Were? What do you mean by that? Aren't they still?
They were revered, but that was long ago. They don't hold that sort of sway anymore. And it was all because of the courts.
How can that be?
A prosecutor once withheld and tampered with the evidence one of the Lang detectives found. That evidence's purity was tarnished and cost the Lang family its honor and trust.
But not all prosecutors are like that.
Even so, Lang will never respect the court again, or any prosecutor.
So Wei-Jin Lang is a man who hates all courts and is unwilling to forgive prosecutors.
I had a feeling it was some deep history.
Man, what a piece of work that guy is! Come on,
I
Jim!
think I'm calling it now. Portsman is totally the smuggler assistant dude.
Well, we'll have to see if he comes back later on.
He killed a guy. So we think.
But we have to keep in mind that the person that was in our office that we met that took some of the evidence that had us at gunpoint wasn't him, because he actually had an alibi for that point in time.
Oh.
So that means there's still more tied to it. Why was he acting
so sus then?
Well, he still had more stuff going on with Jim. We better catch up. And more stuff going on with him. But,
oh yeah, Jim's alive right now. I forgot about that.
This is before.
Jim, you're gonna die, Jim.
Jim, run.
Jim. Look, it was the blue badger. I'm telling you, he's eyeing up Jim right there.
Yes, he's like, I'm gonna kill you. All right.
Faith?
That's Jim's real name.
Yeah.
We're still gonna deliver the thing to the old man after all.
Yeah. Do we have to say just yeah? That's all he says. Yeah. Detective Gumshoe, I believe it's time to be wrapped up and headed home ourselves. Yeah. Are you going home too, Mr. Edgeworth? No, I've done nothing but be entangled in one mess after another since my return. If it's all right with you, can you drop me off in my office? No problem, sir.
Excuse me.
Yes? What is it?
Thank you very much.
You gotta think for me too, pal? It's okay. No need to thank me, pal. Just doing my job as a detective.
I guess I was fooled pretty badly by Lance.
But not by you.
Oh, cruel fate, what's a woman to do when she's been hurt by the one she loves?
Not cut a hair, that's it. Put the scissors down, that's a weapon. Don't make me arrest you.
And to think I never realized my father was right there. I never said anything to him. I knew it. I'm a failure. There she goes again, talking to herself. What a psychopath.
Miss Pops, I wonder if you know why your father participated in the kidnapping?
No, I have no idea.
Your father died while he was trying to stop Lance, which means that from the beginning he had no interest in this staged self-abduction.
Wait, then why did he?
I believe it was because of your presence, Miss Pops.
Me?
Lance realized that the two of you were related, which is why he used you as a hostage to coerce Mr. Deveray into cooperating.
Father!
As a felon, he could not tell you of his relation to you. However, as the Amano family butler, at the very least, he was able to watch over you.
Aww.
That was all he could do, but that was the shape of his overflowing love for you. Huh? Go on, speak your mind.
Thank you very much!
You're welcome, although there is no need to thank me.
No, Laura, stop! I mean, this man's so much older than you.
Can you please stop dreaming of me being that ring pop? It makes me very uncomfortable.
Looks like you've completely stolen her away, Mr. Edgeworth.
Way to go, sir.
Your technique is way beyond the level of a great thief.
What are you going on about now?
You stole her heart. Wow, your deducing skills may be sound, but you have no street smarts.
That's Mr. Edgeworth for you.
Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't figured out who I am at all.
Huh?
If you haven't remembered it in all this time, I guess I'm just gonna have to say it. This isn't the first time we've met, you know.
What do you mean, pal? Miss Edgeworth, how do you know this girl?
Looks like you totally forgot me too, Gummy.
Gummy?
Here, maybe this will jog your memories. I promised I'd return this to you one day, remember?
That single piece of cloth took me back, far into my past. To that fateful day 7 years ago, when I first met the then child Kay.
It's always 7 years.
And Detective Gumshoe.
It's always 7 years.
Is she connected to the DL6 incident, or is this a new backstory we're gonna get? Because I mean, that was around when the DL6 incident was on that fateful day 7 years ago.
7 years from the end of Trials and Tribulations, though?
Because, well, from... yes.
That's
'Cause
not
this is
DLC.
Well, this is only a month after Trials and Tribulations. And the time period of that game wasn't very long in between them,
You're remembering how old Edgeworth is? Here? He's just under 30 here.
Man, listen, okay? I don't always do things good with my brain up here, okay? But you know what? That's dope, all right? My brain is still dope.
Oh, no.
You're dope. I'm dope.
Oh,
We all know that everything is dope. Some of you know what I'm going on about here. Oh, yeah.
Don't enable him.
It's too late.
Don't tell him Dope is making a comeback.
What was simply just supposed to be a little extra joke at the end of a text post, since we got our text posting feature talking about Mario Monday, and I was like, let me throw in a little thing, because I couldn't think of any of the word aside from dope to put on there, and so I was like, do people still say dope? Nah, whatever. Everyone decided to talk about dope, so dope is back, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Yep. And you know what? Next time, we're going to keep the dopeness going, because it's time to go on to the next episode of Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth.
Oh my god. Guys, please tell him to at least tone it down a bit.
Never going to happen.